Hello? Alright, yeah, thank you for changing default mic setting. What I we're not off to a good start. All right, I turned off noise suppression. You might hear me like move around in my chair because ADHD, but like, but yeah, like I said, we are absolutely not off to a good start. Oh my god. But I cannot hear you. I could see the green icon like popping up, but I cannot hear you. All right, perfect. Yeah, there we go. Yes, finally. Dude, we both got destroyed by it. Oh my god. We're back. We got it. We got it to work. We're good. Wait, your chat can't hear you.
Oh, there we go. Now they can hear me.
Okay, there we go. Let's go.
Okay.
We got it. It took like 10 minutes.
Nah.
Christ.
It's still not fixed. Hold up. I need to
Wait.
fix the grid view in the stream.
Overlay. Yeah, I got the stream pulled.
Oh my fucking god, nah. This is so scuffed. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna. Nah, the view, bro. I swear, the view. I'm probably gonna cut out this when I'm gonna upload the whole like podcast episode on SoundCloud or something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And on Spotify maybe as well. Why not? You know. Hold up, like this. Holy shit, that's ginormous.
Oh no.
Editing stream elements on stream. Let's go. And then this, and then this. Oh yeah, just like that, just like that. And then this. Then we put it right here, and then we do this. There we go. Okay, first element done. Then we do the second one.
You know, honestly, this just shows like how last second the two of us are, because like
Yeah, facts.
we had no preparation at
Also,
all.
shout out to Nightmare for the donation, man. Holy fuck, $5 donation already. Actually crazy, man.
Episode 1 shenanigans. Yeah, for real.
Actual episode 1 shenanigans. Okay, I think that should be it. I think that should be it.
Good enough. It's good enough.
It's fucking good enough, but yeah. Guys, welcome to the first ever episode of the Beat Talk podcast. This is going to be like a weekly podcast that we are going to do. N3rdiness is also going to be pretty frequent, I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to be like, I can't be here every single time. Unfortunate, because I mean, I'm pretty sure you get tired of my voice if I was here every single week. But yeah, I can be here from time to time.
Nah, I wouldn't. Maybe, I don't know about the audience, but I wouldn't. But yeah, we got a ton of topics to talk about, a lot of interesting stuff. I got like 50 plus fucking questions prepared. But yeah, how you been doing, man? How you been doing?
Well, I'm doing fine. Being honest, I'm a little cold, so if I seem like a little jittery, that's why. But like, yeah, just got myself some breakfast before this. I was editing. Well,
hold up.
If I say I'm editing something, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what it is.
Pause. I wonder what N3rdiness.
I wonder what I could be talking about. Ooh.
I really wonder. I totally didn't upload like my 4th video on the topic today.
Yeah, I mean,
absolute fucking moment. But yeah, welcome everybody. So how should we start? Introduce yourself. Maybe there are some people that don't know you, so might as well introduce yourself to the public.
All right. Hello, everybody. I am N3rdiness, or you can call me Nerdy, I guess, because that's what my friends call me. So I am an Osu content creator, specifically specializing in documentary informational type of videos. Usually if you usually know me for like a few things, whether it's like me, like the copy pastas that I have memed on, specifically with Spazza,
Definitely.
my Mario profile picture, or rather like maybe it's giving people some people like an identity crisis because like my profile picture on Discord is Toad, but yeah, I'm that same person. Yeah.
Definitely.
I am one of two Osu content creators with 3 in their username. I wonder who the other guy is.
I really wonder. I really wonder, man. He sounds.
And
he might be pretty close, man. He might be pretty close.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to meet that guy.
Yeah, same, man. Same. So, anyways, let's start off. So, the first freaking question. How was life before Osu? That's a really good question that I have right now.
Better. No, I'm just joking.
Oh my god, man. No, but seriously,
So, okay,
what have you been doing?
If I'm being honest, like before and after Osu, I don't really think anything has changed. So before Osu, like I was just like your typical like try hard student in class, I guess, like someone that like actually did like their homework and stuff instead of just like messing around. Like
I wonder why your username is n3rdiness now.
Actually, it doesn't have anything to do with the fact like with my like school habits and stuff.
Interesting. Hey, yo, shout out to
I can actually
Teresa.
talk about that if you want. This is just like to like uncover the lore.
Yeah. It's fine. It's
Okay.
fine.
So, where my username came from. So I could start with like the 3 itself, right?
Yeah, the 3.
So the reason why I put a 3 instead of an E as like the like for leet speak, it's like, well, yeah, it's leet speak, but for people like I when I was like 12, I really liked usernames from people that were like really good at CS:GO, specifically people like Simple.
Oh, simple with a 1. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, Simple with a 1. So I'm just like, wait, I could do that because like that actually looks really cool. It's like I personally thought it was really cool. Of course, now like unless you're like super well known for that sort of thing, it's kind of dated because like that like leet speak was a concept in like that was created in like the 2010s.
Yeah,
and everybody that was when everybody thought it was cool. Now it's like kind of tacky unless you can make it work.
Doesn't look as clean anymore for some people, like mixing numbers and characters and stuff like that.
Yeah, usually like usernames now are usually like based off of like just really some like really like cool word if you're trying to go for like the edgy type, or just like something very simple, or sometimes even your name. Sometimes your name is just like a passable username. But yeah, that's where the 3 comes from. And the where I got the name n3rdiness, it still has to do with like Simple's username, right? Where it's a word.
Yeah. It's a word, and then you add a number to it, I'm guessing.
Yes. And I like why I chose specifically the word nerdiness. It's just like, okay, it's being a quote unquote nerdy person has its like negative stigma, right? Yeah. Like a lot of people is like, oh my god, you're like over obsessing about this, like haha nerd emoji moment.
Oh my fucking god, that sounded like a nerd.
Yeah, I know. But like, all right, yeah. But so I was just like, okay, so it's really lame if you're just like a normal nerd with it when it comes to like school stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're just like no, like no one likes that type of person, right? No one likes to talk to that person because like haha, they don't know how to talk to people. But I'm just like, what makes people really cool is the fact that they're able to like find passion in one specific thing and just obsess over it to the point where they like know a lot about it. I'm just what's a word for that? It's not being nerdy because you don't know everything, but it's just nerdiness for that one specific thing.
Got it. Okay, it makes sense.
And by the way, that story is completely false. The word nerdiness came from my username that I made for Minecraft when I was like 11 years old. Oh my
fucking god, you literally just wasted time for no reason.
But the three story is true. The 3 story is true.
Yeah, the 3 story is true.
I did steal the 3 from Simple's username.
Okay, fair. What else? Okay, so how did you find out about Osu? That's rather interesting because you found out about the game like 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
So I created my account in March 2020, but that's actually not where I first found out what OSU was. Fun fact: I actually found it when it was in 2018. I was like 13 at the time, and that was like that at around that time. That was like when Cookie Z and Rafis were battling out for number one.
Cookies and Rafis were like battling it out for the #1 spot.
Yeah, and the way I saw it is like completely different from how a lot of people did, because well, nobody plays Osu Droid, right? Or barely anybody does.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, one of my friends brought his like old Samsung tablet to school one day and just started playing Osu Droid. And I wondered what, like, me being like the nosy friend that I am in middle school, I looked at what he was playing. I'm just like, oh, it's a rhythm game of sorts, where he's like, but I'm just like, but that's not the thing that brought my attention. What did get my attention was the fact that there was an anime girl in the background of the video. I was like, ha,
oh my fucking god!
Lol, like imagine playing that in school. Fast forward 5 years later, funny how that works, right?
Fucking real.
I became the person that I laughed at 5 years ago.
Oh, actually fucking funny. Well, yeah, interesting fact, by the way. I found out about Osu through Mirai vid. You know Mirai, right?
Yes, Mirai.
Yeah. So I found out about Osu through a vid of his, but let's just say that I had a pretty shitty laptop that couldn't run anything, so I was literally looking for games that I could run on that thing, and surprise surprise, I found Mirai, and then I found a game that I can run on my laptop, so yeah, man, here we are today.
The power of 2007 technology, anything can run this.
Literally. Actually interesting. So, what were some of the first maps you remember playing, and also what were like things you remember?
Well, I think like the first thing was like, you know how the game comes pre-installed with like the maps.
Yeah. Okay, I did the same as well.
Like those are the first ones that I played, because slightly embarrassing thing to admit, I didn't know how to add like new maps. I thought like those are the only ones that came with it. I literally had to Google like, how do you add beat maps to Osu, and it's just like a video where someone told you how to do it while simultaneously roasting me because it was that easy. I'm just like,
Jesus.
well, I feel stupid now.
Honestly, it isn't like it isn't something to be ashamed of. A lot of people don't know how to do it at like the first few days. So,
I mean, I saw that clip of like CDog VA. He's just like playing Osu. He's just like, how the hell do you add new songs? And they're like, you have to go on the website and download it. It's like, I don't want to do that. It's too much effort. So I guess I get a pass now for that.
Real.
But in terms of like the maps that I actually played, how I sorted through the ones that I wanted to play, it was just like I went through the OC Beat Maps website and scrolled for the ones that have the most plays and just downloaded every single one.
Yeah. Nice.
Pretty standard, pretty basic, pretty boring. But like I guess that's like how my quote unquote playstyle shifted towards like just like super farm stuff, I guess.
Interesting. Fun fact, by the way, usually people, like download, they first off download like anime openings and stuff like that for their like first few maps in Osu, and I was the complete opposite of that. I was looking for rap songs in Osu. I was literally looking for like rap trap songs in Osu to like play. It was actually funny.
I think you might be the first person I've ever heard of do that.
Yeah, legit, it's so fucking funny. I got into anime like in 2020 or 2021, I think. So yeah. But now that I understand the game a bit more, I see why there aren't as many rap songs. Cause like, come on, they're like the complexity of the beat and stuff like that. It's pretty hard to map,
It would be pretty hilarious if like a rap song like made it into the OWC map pool as like some like weird alt or gimmick thing.
No fucking way.
There's no way, no.
Yeah, there's no fucking shot.
I can dream.
Alright, so here's a question. Do you still play Osu from time to time, or do you just make content for the game now?
Do you want the long explanation or the short one?
Option 3, something in between.
Something in between? Alright. So, do I still play the game? No.
Bruh.
And part of that is because it's like, well, I mean, this is probably like, it probably has to do something with like shit mental, where it's like, um, the more that I started doing OSU content, the more I started to like open my eyes to like what other people are doing.
Uh-huh.
But and well, I mean, you know my style of content where I'm really into like the numbers stuff, and I'm really into like tracking progress and things, tracking trends, like basically everything statistics, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The problem with doing that is that I'm surrounded by so much data from a wide variety of people that I just can't help but compare myself to that and just realize, wow, I am way below average when it comes to like this. Like progression wise, like goddamn, I don't have a chance. So I'm
Ye-
just like,
Shit mental moment. That is the
yeah.
definition of a shit mental moment, man. Come on.
Yeah, I know. And it's like a lot of people tell me, but then I'm just like, I'm just dumb. And I'm just like, oh man, I mean, what's the point? Even though like when it comes to like OSU specifically, there isn't really like a mental like aspect when it comes to like actually playing the game. It's just like physical execution, right? But the thing is, just get so into your head that like you just assume that you can't do things
Yeah,
over and over
yeah,
and over
yeah.
again.
That's really a problem, like mentality and overall. A lot of top players like talk about the fact that also is like a mental game. We'll get more into this like later in the like podcast episode, but I have a few questions regarding something like that. You'll see.
Yeah, it's like a trap because like every single like to the naked eye, it's just like you move your cursor, you click the circle, bam, that's it. It's like as brain dead as it gets, right? But
Yeah, but like it's more than that. It's way more than
it's
that.
yeah, there's way too much depth towards that because like the comparison that I use because I think it's a personal example close to me is like Super Smash Brothers because like in concept
Yeah.
it's simple, right? And the game was made intentionally to be simple. I mean, it's a children's party game for God's
Yeah,
sake.
yeah, yeah. Literally.
But like you get you get into it and then you get like you understand it more and you just realize like this is way more complicated than what it seems.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like combos, like what else? I don't know much about that specific fighting game, but yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Also, isn't technically Smash Bros. Like in terms of community, like 10 times worse than the Osu community?
Oh, that actually naturally segues into why I created my Osu account in the first place.
Oh.
So, why I did this? If you look at my Osu profile, you will realize that my former username was n3rdness because I was formerly a part of the Smash Bros community. I still am to a certain extent, but not to the point where I'm like interacting with people.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just like
yeah, I
follow
know
the
what you
competitive
mean.
scene and that's it. But in 2020, to avoid like bringing up past like drama and all like super controversial things,
You changed
there
your
was
username and
yeah,
stuff.
there was a wave of people coming forward with like sexual allegations of top players and people in the community like doing horrible things. I'm just like, you know what, fuck this. I can't do that. I like I don't want like I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I'm leaving. I'm gonna do something else.
Yeah, true, true. Like there were way too
And
many.
ironically, given some of the worst that the OSA community has, I don't think I've accomplished like that.
Oh god, we had a bit of an incident like at the start of the year. Let's just
Yeah.
say it may have leaded to like some leaded to you privating a video. We might talk about that, but
Yes.
we'll see.
Okay.
Alright, so you mentioned that you play Smash Bros.
Yes.
So, do you play any other games on your free time currently, like other than Smash Bros, for example, and also maybe?
Oh my god. This is gonna make me sound like such a boomer, but to be honest, I don't really play much anymore. Like I don't really play like. Yeah, I know, right?
Shit, man.
Like okay,
Like
so
not even
there's a
shooters,
few-
man.
Okay, so there's a few reasons why, right?
Alright.
The main one is that my time management kind of sucks ass.
Yeah, true.
So like yeah, like I could manage my time better and I could like find time to like actually like play games, but part of it is just like life kind of just picked up for me ever since I started like university and stuff. where it's just like I like during high school, I'm just like what I took for granted is just like my hand was held the entire time, and I was just like, it was all just do this, do this, do this, do that, right?
Yeah.
But now that I'm like actually managing my own time, I'm still getting used to it. Yeah, there's no safety net anymore, so it's all on me. And for me, adjusting to that, because I can really get in my head sometimes, right?
Yeah.
There are some instances where I just do nothing. Like I feel like I don't have time for anything, and I get nothing done. Like I just
Like
have
not even
no,
schoolwork, not even like videos or anything. You just do nothing because you have too much shit to do, or like what?
Well, I mean, the thing is, like with like schoolwork specifically, it's just like it's like the sort of thing that I just do because it's like, well, if I don't do this, I'm probably gonna fucking die, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like there are serious consequences for if I don't do this.
Yeah.
And then so that just like that tires me out because like underrated part about mental conditioning is that or rather something that gets overlooked is that even if you have a bad mental game, you could still do things.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just that it requires way more energy than what it normally would.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
apply that to like the things in my day-to-day life. Sometimes it can go crazy, but like that. But like sometimes simultaneously at this like on the other side, there are some times where I just get like 12 hours of work done in 4 hours.
What? Jesus.
Well, that's because like I mean,
speed running, bro. Holy
yeah.
shit.
I mean, okay, so you know that time where Mrekk and Eterna were fighting over the PP record in November and December of last year?
Yeah.
I've released like two like long form videos in 5 days or around that.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
while
I do
simultaneously studying for my final exams because it was winter,
Holy
while
shit.
simultaneously like doing a bunch of other things. Dude, I was a god. Like honestly, at that time, I was legitimately a god.
You were on the grind specifically. Damn, man.
Yeah, I need to get back to that moment. I was so powerful. Like now, like I'm just trying to work on like one video of like what's happening right now, but I'm working on it pretty slow.
You need to get on that grind, man. Holy shit. You need to get back on your grind.
For sure.
Because like there is a question related to that. Like for example, last year you were way more active than this year. For example, you've uploaded like 9 videos so far. Is there like any specific reason why or not?
So the reason why I'm less active in 2023, 2022, I in general had a less busy schedule. I was just more open with like school and like other work stuff and stuff like that. So I was able to do more in 2022. Also, 2022 was the year I graduated high school, and I had a lot of free time during that.
Oh yeah, okay, got it.
Yeah. Contrast this to 2023. So in terms of like enjoyment of like just life stuff in general, I would say like 2022 is like probably like one of the most enjoyable I've ever had. Because like I graduated high school, I traveled outside the country to COE for the first time.
Yeah, that was
and
pretty
I
cool.
was able to meet like amazing people that I'm able to call my friends now, right? Which is like probably the best part about like doing content creation is for me
meeting so many
like,
new people, man. It's actually freaking crazy. Like,
yeah, it's kind of insane like how far just like doing dumb things on the internet can take you.
Yeah, man.
This.
I mean, even this like collaboration, man. Like, it's
like I didn't think I'd be doing this when I first started in like 2021. There's no way.
Yeah, same, man. Like literally like a year ago, like before even a video of mine blew up, I was still watching your videos, like being a fan. You know what I mean? Like I never thought that we would be sitting here today, like doing a podcast episode, which is a bit crazy to think about.
Crazy. That's like one of the like how time works. Like
yeah.
you truly don't know, right?
Yeah, you legit don't know what can happen in the future, man. Like a lot of stuff can change in like a pretty short amount of time.
Yeah, but like why am I more inactive in 2023? Well, I won't get into details, but if you ask any of my closest friends, they will tell you that I hit like a really rough like mental snag when it comes to like
shit.
what sorts of things.
Yeah.
I think that's like one thing that I try to do as like a content creator person, where it's like I don't try to like I try to keep my like that stuff like private, right? I don't want waves of people on the internet worrying about me. 'Cause it's like,
Yeah.
I don't want like as much as I would appreciate like the words of comfort and stuff, I don't want like the extra pressure to like eventually make a return. I want to like heal those sorts of things on my own and
Do
get
it
back
on
to
your
things on my own
pace
speed.
specifically. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, like granted, I am aware of this. It's not like I don't know that I'm not uploading, because I'm pretty sure in like this month, in both February and August, I didn't upload a single time, and I think there's only like 2 months where I uploaded more than once. Yeah, I am aware of this. I mean, like, I can look at my YouTube Studio analytics and see like exactly why. I mean, it's not like I'm oblivious to it. It's just like, as much as I don't want to do it, it's just I just can't tend myself to like do this. I actually need to like focus on like fixing like the random like 1 or 2 things that I am dealing with before I can like go full speed and do this more, because like I really enjoy doing this. I just don't want to get to that point where I am doing this because I'm forcing myself to.
Yeah,
because
fair.
with everything else that I've done, when I started to like do things that I forced myself to, I eventually just burned myself out of it and stopped doing it altogether. And I do not want to do it with this.
Yeah, fair. Okay, so what the hell did I want? Okay, so what was your first ever OSU related video? Like, when did you decide to start uploading OSU related stuff?
Oh my god. Okay. There's so much. I don't know what specifically is first unless I go check my channel real quick. But what I do know, like my earliest memories is when I first like started playing the game, I would just upload like I was like one of those people that just uploaded random clips because I thought that I was really, really good.
Yeah. Everyone
Yeah, I
does
was
that.
one of those people. And like my first ever like OC video on my channel is my 1 year of improvement, which, god, there's so many people that watched it. It's so bad.
Oh, speaking of which, is that your first ever viral video, should we say, or like a video that blew up?
It is not actually.
What?
Relative to my size at the time, because I had like 10 subscribers, yes, because it got like 100, 200 views. But then I uploaded a shit post that made fun of like a PP rework.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know.
And that's what like set off the algorithm.
So that video blew up and then it like boosted your other videos. I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, I don't know how, like, because the YouTube algorithm is strange sometimes. Like, it's not the shit post that has the most amount of views, it's the 1 year of improvement video that has more somehow.
I don't know. I guess it kind of started recommending it to more and more people, and then more and more people got interested in it. So
I mean, it's watch time, right? Yeah, because like it's a 33-second like meme versus a 26-minute like video of just talking.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the algorithm does favor that. It's just like I don't know. That's how I got started. And looking at my channel, like earliest memory, yeah, I FC'd snow halation while my history teacher tries to distract me. I was literally playing the game during my history class because
oh my god, yeah, the shitpost era. I was at that point as well. Like, man, I made the classic French motherfuckers be like, remember the motherfuckers be like trend?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, I made the French one with the baguette and the croissant. Jesus, that was fun. Christ. Yeah, I remember that video blowing up, man. Holy fucking shit, I was literally like shaking. It was honestly crazy.
I'm pretty sure if we look at both of our channels and sort with like oldest uploads to newest, like you just look at the top and you're just like, oh my god, I was so dumb.
Yeah, definitely.
But at the same time, it's like that feeling. It's like, if you didn't do this, you wouldn't be here.
I mean, facts. Like, for example, I started blowing up with compilations specifically. It was a compilation channel. And then I realized that I did get monetized, of course. And then while I was researching YouTube stuff and how the whole algorithm works and stuff like that, I saw that apparently compilations are not like allowed to be eligible for monetization, believe it or not. So I was literally putting my channel at risk. Even if you have like edited videos, like completely edited compilations, your channel is still at risk for getting completely demonetized unless you put like voiceovers or stuff like that. So that's one of the main reasons why I switched to like news, which is interesting enough.
I actually thought it was just like the DMCA stuff for like making compilations. I didn't think there was like compilations actually like
Yeah,
broke the TOS.
It was actually like they are actually like TOS, like not allowed. I mean, you can upload them but not monetize them, which is a bit weird. Like for example, recently I think who was it? Man, Chucky the Wolf. He got demonetized completely because of compilations.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a rather unfortunate situation, but yeah, thank God that my fan base stuck with me even with the complete change of content. I just love everyone, man.
Hey, I mean, you got your thing now. You have your news.
Yeah.
Like every single week, just tune in and then you know what's going on.
Yeah, facts.
Contrast to me, it's just like you see me appear like once every month, and then that's it.
Yeah, but at least your vids are bangers, bro. Come on.
Quality over quantity, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to do a mix of both, I guess. A decent amount of quality with a decent amount of quantity, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a question from, I think this was like from Discord DMs or something. Nah, it was, I don't know, I forgot. But this is from Kirby, like, Jesus, username Kirby6548, and he's asking you, what inspired you to do commentaries in the first place?
So, okay. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I am interested in a lot of things that many people in the OSIC community are not. So I won't go into like specific detail, but I'm pretty sure I can name like one name and everyone will know what I'm instantly referring to. Summoning Salt.
Summoning Salt?
Yeah,
I've never.
You don't know who Summoning Salt is?
Nah, I actually don't. Hold on, let me check.
Hang on, chat. Clown this guy for a second. No, I'm just joking.
Summoning Salt.
Yeah, Summoning Salt.
Yeah, I've never heard of this dude. What
okay, but
okay.
My favorite types of YouTube videos to watch were those long form videos of people talking about like just anything for a long period of time, but specifically in like a very serious yet silly way at the exact same time. Where it's just like you have facts to like back up the points you are making, but the concept is just like so ridiculous that like it basically adds meaning to an otherwise useless topic, right?
So you pretty much like entertain people with useless facts, but also make it funny at the same time. Got it.
It's not useless. It's just like, who the hell thinks about this on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even your Twitter is like the definition of that. Like,
yeah, like I mean, it works because
definitely
like
works.
I mean, who the hell thinks about that on a day-to-day basis, right?
Yeah. True,
Granted, it does come with its consequences, where it's like, oh my god, this guy's a copy pasta machine.
I mean,
but
like, here's the thing. Pretty much, like at any community you look like, the dude makes like a style of video from another community or something like that. They just like put their original like twist to it, which is normal, which is completely normal, man.
That's one thing that I've done, where it's just like out of all the people that I watch on YouTube that make content, I just took like one thing from each of them that I really, really like and then integrate it into what I do.
Yeah. Okay, so is that it, by the way? You have something else to add or not?
No, that's about it. It's just like I like the commentary format and just like I like the free form of it, because it's like you can go at whatever pace you want. You can go like really, really fast, you can go really, really slow, you can make it funny, you can make it serious. Yeah.
Okay, but what made you decide to focus on also documentaries specifically?
Oh, because I couldn't be a top player.
Bruh. Actually, that was short and simple. Okay.
I mean, I was like, from a content creation approach, I'm just like, some people can just randomly upload things of them playing the game, and it works because people will watch it, right?
Yeah.
But of course, one thing I forgot to account for is that you actually have to be very good. I forgot to account for that, so I'm just like, you know what? I can't do this. There's no point in anyone watching this because, like, well, I mean, they could just play the game some for themselves and then they can experience this firsthand. So I'm just like, why not talk about people who are doing that? And I feel like well, I mean, obviously I'm like quote unquote newer to the OC community in terms of like retaining knowledge, but I can definitely learn a few things and then explain it to other people because I don't see other people talking about it.
Yeah, definitely. So, what's the most fun about making also documentaries? This is a question from Arnold DRT, or how do you pronounce this? Like, I don't know.
Oh, easily the most fun part for like documentaries specifically is enforcing a narrative or pushing a narrative that people don't necessarily think about, and then carrying that as an overarching theme or talking about someone's story or explaining the significance of something.
Interesting. That you do have to think about that specifically in like the way you script or like the way you talk.
Well, actually, I don't. There's like, cause like for me, like, okay, this will sound like a little bit stupid at first, but I look at a lot of things and I try to see it as more than just what it is on the surface, right?
Yeah.
So take Mrekk's time at #1, for example, like 2021 all the way up until like a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah, I mean he still is #1.
still is, yes. But like I'm talking about like when he was like untouchable, like it was literally impossible to keep up with it.
Yeah.
Nobody was talking about that, and I was really confused because I'm just and if anything, everybody was negative towards it.
Yeah, which is.
I'm just like, wait, why are you doing this? Like, potentially, this is like the greatest statistical outlier this game has ever seen, and you don't see it like this?
Yeah,
like how boring can you get?
Yeah,
and then
literally like.
Yeah, I get like there's a fair share of my criticism, but it's just like, how do you not see it like that? Like you see, like how can you like see Cookie Z as like the exact same person that Mrekk became, but then when Mrekk does it, it's just like, I don't like this.
Yeah, like it's, I don't know, people are just not used to change sometimes. Like they want to believe that Cookie Z is still the goal, like he is the best one, like, you know what I mean?
I mean, that is a separate argument on its own, but it's just like blind nostalgia, right? And then like the new example now, Akolibed is seriously threatening to take Mrekk's #1, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, in my mind, I'm just like, yes, this is finally the most competitive this game has ever been
in the last two fucking years, man.
Not even 2 years. It's since 2019.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
If you really think about it, the only reason why Mrekk overtook Whitecat at the time was because Whitecat stopped playing.
Yeah, true. Like Whitecat didn't even try to get his #1 spot.
No, he didn't even try to defend it. And I'm just like, it's been 4 goddamn years.
Yeah.
For the longest time, you guys wanted someone to threaten the #1 rank. You wanted to see competition for the #1 rank, right? And you got it. And then the moment you got it, you're not happy? The PP system is broken?
It's so fucking stupid, man. Like, I don't know what to say. It's honestly ridiculous.
Do you guys, like, oh my god, like, do you guys, like, want this to happen or do you not? Can you not appreciate things for more than what just they are?
Real
for
quick,
more than what other people say it is?
Real quick for the chats, type 1 if you want to see competition between Mrekk and Akolibed. Type 2 if you just want to see someone being dominant. Let's see if the chat is fucking active. Let's see.
I mean, like, okay, the obvious answer is 1, because it's like, oh, I mean, if competition is always a blowout, right? What's the point in watching, right? That on its own is fine, right? That is a common thought. I mean, like, if you watch like a football match, right? If the score is like 7-0, you don't want to watch, right?
You just want to like close.
Just turn it off.
Yeah, turn it off, man. Like, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the chat agrees. Most people like to one. Okay, there is one person who likes to see the #2. You know, someone being his dominant.
And I feel like the advantage to being me in this is that either way, I think it's really cool. Because it's like, if there's someone that's super dominant, I'm just like, this is a prime that cannot be touched. and we cannot take this for granted because
Yeah.
very rarely does this ever happen.
I mean, this is
It's like yeah.
what Mrekk was
stat-
doing, like, bro, it's literally like Formula 1 level of dominance with Max Verstappen at the moment.
But it has happened before.
Yeah.
It's just that not to such the great extent that he's doing it, because it's like he is the third player in Osu history to hold the #1 rank for a full calendar year, right?
Fact.
Because Cookies he did it in 2017, White Cat did it in 2020, and now Mrekk was the third to do it in 2022, right?
Yeah.
But the reason why I say it's to a greater extent because, well, I mean, it's a wide topic of debate now, for obvious reasons. But he has if he can hold on until the end of the year, he'll be the first person to ever do it twice.
Yeah, interesting.
Like that's how I see it. So it's like, okay, if it's like this, I win. But the problem is everybody else sees that. It's just like, man, there's no competition. This is boring.
We'll
like,
get into the Mrekk question as well, like your Mrekk related videos, because I saw recently that there was a tweet about someone complaining about like your Mrekk stuff, you know, like that you make a lot of Mrekk videos. We'll talk about that later. You'll see.
Yeah, and I'll finish the point that I was trying to make. Okay, and like for competition, which is the wide majority opinion, everybody wants competition, right?
Yeah.
We got it. So I'm just like, yes, like we get a competitive era.
It's time to shine.
It's like there is like variety. There is competition, and there are things to track to monitoring the progress of change at the top. But it's just like everybody defaults to the PP system is broken. I'm just like so sad because it's like you wanted this and then you're not happy that you got it.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what to say. It's a pretty difficult debate. We'll talk about it later as well. I got some questions related to that, like the whole Akolibed versus Mrekk thing, because I do want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a question, and it's from a fellow content creator and friend of yours as well, Kibitz. When it comes to script writing and editing process and the whole thing, you know, what inspires you to get the project done quickly?
What inspires me to get the project done quickly? Well, the lesser fun reason is the fact that I have other things to do. Like, yeah, that's not the fun reason. But honestly, whenever like I'm in the moment and I can like put something together, it's just like I really, really like how it's turning out. Like specifically, like when I script things, I like if I really like the script that I write, I could like say the things that I want to say and articulate that into a way that other people can understand. Because my thoughts on their own can be really weird. Because like I think people think that it's really really weird that I think like Mrekk's time at the top is just like really 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 good, which is understandable. But I try to like articulate that in a way where it's like to tell them that we've never seen anything like this, and I will tell you why we've never seen anything like this. So like that's why things like, well, that video that got unfortunately privated for unforeseen circumstances, but I was able to like tell that in a way that not only would entertain myself, I can cover like every single thing that I tried to make and tie like your human emotions into something that everyone can relate to, even if like this person is very much different than everyone else, for better or for worse.
Yeah, for sure. Though here's the interesting thing. I think you already know, but I don't script my videos because like I don't know how to say it. Just takes time out of my day that I can simply just do with like, how do I say, like I usually just like do my research and also record videos, like record the audio at the same time. If I do a mistake, I just cut that out, you know. And if I forget something, I'll just add it a bit later. But
yeah.
Then again, that's like one of the reasons why a lot of some of my videos are scuffed. So be like n3rdiness scripture videos, guys. I recommend that more specifically. Don't be like my lazy ass.
I mean, you don't have to script it if in terms of like audio quality, but just a few things. One, make sure you pronounce everything correctly. I am guilty of this, admittedly, because I pronounce Pavliniaks as Pavaline OX or something.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm an idiot, yeah.
Yeah.
And 2 is just like record everything at the same time. Like if you want to record everything, do it all in the morning or do it all at night, because if you record one like an instance in the night and one in the morning, there will be a difference.
Yeah, it's very noticeable. Like very, very noticeable. Like the position of your mic, what else? Your sound, like
Your sound, even what time of day, because your voice changes in the morning.
Yeah, for sure. Like for example, I recorded this video that I uploaded today, like in the morning today. So I mean, technically it's not the morning for you, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's an interesting question. Do you plan to experiment with different type of OSU content other than like documentaries?
Honestly, it depends if I can like make all of this work, because I've talked to you about this before, where it's like I've always had the idea of like having a podcast like this. It's just that I never really got around to it because I don't feel comfortable with like the amount of resources that I have or connections that I have with other people to make that work.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. However, the thing that I have considered doing is making unique game shows and having that as a unique live streaming event. Like, I mean, obviously the game show genre has been like pretty like watered down at this point.
Yeah.
But I feel like I can like integrate that in a way so that it's completely different. Probably because my questions are very, very different than what you would expect.
Man, here's the thing with like experimenting with stuff. You said something about comfortability or stuff like that. You sometimes really have to get out of that comfort zone, you know, to be able to know if something will succeed or not. You just gotta try, you know? Even if you don't
like,
have the connections as you may think, but they're actually pretty easy to get. You'll see if you try. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, like this is just like for both the content side and like life things in general. There's like a million different things that will try to tell you to not do something.
Yeah. It's mind games. It's like, mind games again.
Yeah, but like I feel like something that everybody like has to chase is like the moment you do something, the moment you like break free of that resistance, everything just feels like calm in a sense, like oddly. Like
yeah.
How I do this, how I try to like explain this is, believe it or not, every single time I'm trying to upload a video, like there is this like moment of resistance before I click the like upload button, right?
Button?
Where it's like, God, like hopefully everything is correct. Hopefully like this video doesn't get corrupted and I have to re-upload this. Hopefully that hopefully like I upload the correct one. So I end up like double checking like a billion times. But like once you click that button, it's just like
it's over.
Fear's gone.
It's over. It's like you gotta do it. It is what it is.
Yeah. And I'm just like, well, that's it. I'm just gonna go eat something, I guess.
Yeah. You're like overthinking it, but it really isn't that deep, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like it's crazy to think like how powerful our mind is, where it's like we can convince ourselves to do anything, but at the same time, it's like we can overcomplicate things. Like for me, like for that example, it's just like you literally just press one button on your mouse. It's not that hard.
Okay, so we got next question is, let me check. Any hints for future projects that you're working on?
Well, aside from the obvious.
Yeah. Anything else?
I have this thing where I do not announce anything in advance.
Okay.
That's just a personal thing.
Fair. Don't hype up the audience and then you just surprise them, and then the video is actually so good that they wanna recommend it, you know?
I like to like see my videos as just like, it's like an Easter egg, right? Where it's like it's not like something that you look forward to per se, or rather it's like an Easter egg. Yeah, like not an Easter egg as in like an Easter egg hunt, but like an Easter egg in a video game, right? Where it's like it's something you don't look forward to or something you don't try to seek out on your own, but like once you do find it, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Interesting.
Also, that also has to do with the fact that like my upload schedule is basically non-existent right now.
Yeah, true.
And
I
I
mean,
don't
I don't
wanna-
really have an upload schedule as well. I sometimes skip weeks, but usually the next week I just cover everything, so it ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so who are some? Jesus, that voice crack! Oh my god. Who are some of your inspirations for the content that you make right now?
Right now.
I mean, just overall, yeah.
Overall, okay. Guys, if I list off all the people, you will not know a single one because barely any of them have to do with Osu.
Oh, Jesus.
I feel like the main ones for me are Summoning Salt, as I previously mentioned.
Yeah.
Awesome Sauce. He makes Super Smash Bros. Melee videos that are really like in depth about like simple things, which is like the topics that I really like to do.
Yeah.
And for any of my like people who like watch like stats documentaries on like sports and stuff, there's John Boyce. But yeah, you don't know who any of these are.
Yeah, I have no clue.
There's one reason why when I answered like this previous question of like who do you like model your videos after, I'm just like I'm not gonna like talk about this because you don't know, no one knows who they are except me.
But okay, since these inspirations aren't really related to the Osu community, what about your favorite Osu content creators in the game right now? Like more active ones, I guess.
More active ones.
I mean,
Alright.
just not more active ones, but like overall, I guess.
So obviously there's Ed. He was
Yeah.
granted he has like distanced himself partially from the Osu community a little bit, but still around, still exists. I mean, like obviously I have to mention that he basically like, well, I wouldn't say he was the one that paved the way, but he was the one that definitely like made it possible or opened our eyes to like what is capable of this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then in terms of like creativity, I would say like Koi Fishu.
Koi Fishu, okay.
Yeah. When like obviously when I saw like his videos in like 2020 peak COVID era where his stuff was like really taking off, I just really liked the idea because it was just fresh.
Yeah.
You know? Like
yeah,
we haven't seen anything like that. It was just a breath of fresh air. And then I got you for like consistency because it's like, well, that like maybe consistency is like not the perfect word to use, but it's like you have your established thing. Like,
got it.
Like you visit your channel and we reliably know what we.
Like you go to my channel for a specific reason and you get what you wish for, I guess.
Yeah, it's basically like taking a newspaper, except no one does that anymore because who the hell reads newspapers in 2023?
True. I mean, if you're talking about like inspirations, BTMC definitely, like, he is literally one of my biggest inspirations.
Yeah. Oh, and one person that I needed to mention that I would say that like gave me like the boost and confidence to like consistently make like infomentary documentary style content is Etienne.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely. Because like his long form essays for like players, they're so good and detailed, man. It's honestly insane.
Yeah, I think like he was the one that like ignited my spark in 2022 for two reasons. One, he saw one of my videos and he's just like, wow, this is really good. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, thanks man. I appreciate it. But like when he left the content creation scene for rhythm games, like because I'm pretty sure he does like other stuff still, he made a community post. It's like these are people to like look out for, people that he believes that has the ability to like take their content to the next level, and I was listed as one of them. So I'm just like, holy shit, this guy believes in me.
Holy yeah, and you're
like the guy
oh
that I looked up to, the guy that I like took my like a lot of formats from, like believes in me. I'm just like, I will do this man proud. Like I will make him like proud of me, and I will make myself proud of myself in the process.
Loki,
and
this
hopefully
isn't...
I'm trying to
okay,
I'm trying to carry that torch the best I can. Obviously, it can't be to the levels that he once had because like God, he's so in depth and so reliably accurate. But it's just like I do my best.
Okay, someone is asking in the chat if this is Etienne. We're talking
Yes,
about
it is.
Etienne.
Yeah, we are talking about Etienne, the legend.
Yeah, we were talking about Etienne, but yeah, this is nerdiness. Like, bro, the guest is in the title, bro, featuring nerdiness. Come on. Like, what the hell? Okay, anyways, who was the first ever content creator, like, big content creator that recognized you for, like, the content that you make?
A lot of people think that it's Ed. It's actually not. It was Willie.
Really a based.
Yeah. So like a lot of people, a lot of the audience that I have right now was accumulated from Ed's audience when I made a few videos that he watched. But what often doesn't get talked about is my transition from like 10 to 100 to 2,000 subscribers with Willie. You know how his Twitch channel unfortunately got banned and stuff
Yeah,
for whatever
yeah.
reason.
It wasn't as big. It
When he
wasn't
was like
as...
grinding, yeah, when he was like grinding out like streams to get partnered on Twitch after like Twitch did him dirty.
Yeah.
He watched my first Vaxay video, the one where I talked about his undefeated tournament streak, which is like the first ever documentary that like I got really like known for.
Yeah.
He said to everybody like, this guy, like I watched this previously, like he is the future, like he is the one that you should look out for. I'm just like, holy shit, like I didn't think it was that crazy at the time.
What's the topic right now? Like, okay, someone is asking in chat. The topic
But
is...
the topic right now, I'm talking about like the first person, like, you know, content wise or whatever,
to
within the OC
recognize...
community,
Yeah, to recognize you.
to recognize who I am, which is Willie.
Yeah. Willie is the first one. Okay.
Yes.
What about OSU players? Like, the first OSU player that recognized you?
The first OSU player that recognized me?
Like, top player, you know.
I would say Blue.
Blue. Okay, that's an interesting question.
Yeah. So this is around the same time. Like my memory is a little bit hazy on this, but I just remember like one day he just reached out to me on Twitter. He's just like, "Yo, I love your stuff." I'm just
Based.
like, shit, man. Like I respect you as a player. And like, funny thing enough, like that same year, I was able to meet him at COE, and then the year after, because we were stupid and we forgot to take a picture with each other that year, we got our picture in this year, and that's all she wrote. That's the story.
Crazy. You wanna know who's the, like, it's either one of these two players that recognized me, like, big time. Like, it's either Doomsday Fanboy or it's Nanoya. Like, it's one of those two. I don't know who was like the first one.
Yeah, that's sick. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's that was fucking crazy to think about as well. Okay, so next question. Okay, I need to prepare my browser for this. But do you remember what happened on November 19th of 2021?
November 19th, 2020. Hang on, let me check my channel real quick.
You have a bunch of explaining to do. That's all I must say.
Nope, that's not the one that I thought it was. Oh my god, I'm scared. I'm just gonna like... I'm gonna try to uncover this answer myself. And if I don't, I will eventually concede and like have you tell me what happened, but...
Okay, hold up. I prepared...
Oh, yeah! The Peppy incident!
The Peppy incident.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's quickly move to this scene right here. This is the scene for like watching videos together. Let's quickly open, where was it? Okay, so this, and then here it is. Boom. Here is the video. I'm gonna quickly mute the music in the background, but yeah. This video right here, you were talking about the oldest Osu account, and literally the first few 3 minutes, like the first minute of the video literally got debunked by Peppy in the comments.
Instantly.
Instantly, like instantly.
Well, to be fair, like, so a funny story about this, how it worked. Okay, so it's like, I uploaded this, and then everybody liked the format. So I'm just like, wow, like this video is taking off. Like, man, I really outdone myself this time. And then like 24 hours pass, right? It's doing really well. It's my second most popular video on my channel. I was like, yeah, everything is great. And I see this comment. I'm just like, Oh shit. Oh god. I messed up. Oh no.
And you're like, oh fuck, it's Joe.
This is gonna tank my reputation. Because granted, like at the time, I'm just like at the time I didn't have a sample size of videos yet.
Yeah.
This is like my experimentation for like making stuff like this, like doing research and then doing things. Like I already failed on my second attempt. I'm just like, oh my god, how am I supposed to recover from this?
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough one. I'm not gonna lie. When the creator
How
himself.
many people watch this? 107 people. 107,000 people watch. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough one. But yeah.
That is by far the biggest L I've ever taken on this platform.
I mean, it's alright. My biggest though was, the BTMC incident when I made the video about, what was the song again? I forgot. Sakura no Uta, was it?
Mhm.
Yeah, the Sakura no Uta, and then BTMC watched that video and he's like, copyright doesn't work like this. And then for an hour straight, mind you, an hour straight, talks about how the copyright system works and completely roasts my fucking ass, man. It was honestly fucking funny. But either way, we're chill with BTMC, man. I really appreciate him.
Yeah. Thank God.
Thank fucking
People
God.
move
man.
on after some time.
Yeah.
Unless you do something really, really, really bad. But like, no, like don't do that. That's stupid. But oh my God. But for a brief moment, we were both living in hell.
Holy shit,
Two
hold
of
up.
us.
Robotic voice, hold up, what the hell is happening? Is it your internet or my internet is the real question.
But oh shit.
Check if it's yours. I talk now, I guess. Think my internet died. It's so. Oh my god, nah. Nerdiness in chat. Okay, bros, I guess we have to wait a bit until Nerdiness's internet gets back. Until then, ask me some questions so we don't have to wait that long. He's that GG. Think my Discord died? Oh god, if you have to restart your PC, man. Until then, ask anything in chat, I'll answer them. We have some time to debate, so.
Okay, I can hear you. I can hear you. Let's go.
Thank god, okay, he's back. Never mind. Never mind, it's not the end. Guys, it's not the end.
Do you ever just randomly sit in a Discord VC and you get 5,000 ping?
Yeah, it happens sometimes. I get worse things, honestly. My internet just completely freaking like dies for no reason.
Yeah. That's two strikes.
Yeah. Okay, this is a question that I think we can both answer. How do you deal with hate comments and like hate overall?
So there's a few top things that I employ, right? The first is the only comments that I do read my comments. It's just that the ones that I'm most likely to read are the ones that I sort by top comments, because like the comments that get like pushed up there are the ones that are more positive or at the very least more constructive with criticism, right?
Yeah.
Because like I think one thing you have to like understand is that criticism can be worded as hate.
Yeah, true.
I think that's a lot. Like if someone says like, "Oh my god, like what are you doing? This video is too fucking loud." Like that sounds hurtful, right?
Yeah.
But that's not supposed to be hate. That's like something you can learn from, because like yeah, it could have been worded nicer, but your video was too loud. Like turn down like the audio and stuff, right?
Yeah, tone your tone down.
Yeah. Like for me, like I saw a comment where it's just like your music is too goddamn loud. I'm just like, oh man, that sucks. Like I was offended at first, but afterwards I'm just like, they have a point.
Yeah, they have
they have a point. So
but
I
not like
turn down.
But realistically, not everyone has a point. Some people just hate because they hate. What's your thoughts on that?
You wouldn't say this to me in person.
True. Actually, true though.
I think that's like the main thing. Like if like obviously Twitter is a cesspool when it comes to this sort of thing.
Yeah.
But like that's just Twitter. Like you would not say this to another person.
Facts, man. Speaking of Twitter, man, Jesus Christ, the amount of hate that you see right now because of the whole like, what should I say, free speech thing. You know what I mean? Like everyone just like things that you would not see on YouTube comments, you will see most likely on Twitter. The worst of the worst. Like, it's honestly insane.
I mean, yeah, they say the wildest stuff, but at the same time, it's just like, who would say that?
Yeah.
Like, if you actually like went out and like said that to someone, like everybody would just think you were weird. Versus on Twitter, where it's like being angry is like reward or something. That's why I don't really use it aside from like messing around with my friends and like.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like Twitter has been recently used as a way for people to like let out their frustrations on other people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like their quote unquote like coping mechanism, if you say the least, but it unfortunately hurts other people as well in the process.
I mean, the thing is, like, I'm not gonna go out and say that like I'm a 100% perfect angel when it comes to this, because like I can be like very, very spiteful, and I'm pretty sure like all of my friends that you could talk to can vouch for that.
Let's
like,
be real,
I would just say that straight up. That's why there's like.
Okay, hold up.
Yeah, and like some like speaking of a first-hand experience, there is like some like sick pleasure you can derive from like poking fun at someone or just like constantly just like shitting on someone for no real reason. Like there is like a sense of enjoyment to it, but at the same time, it's just like it won't amount to anything.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you're just doing harm, like nothing else. You don't benefit from it. You just don't do anything.
You just make yourself look like an idiot, and no one wants that.
Yeah, definitely, man. It is what it is, though. You can't change anything about it. There will always.
They can write whatever they want.
Yeah, there will always be people that will hate you. Like there's like you can't, like not everyone can like you. You just have to move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving to a bit more positive stuff. What were your thoughts on hitting your like first ever big milestones? Like for example, let's say 10,000 subscribers.
Oh my god, when I got 10,000, I'm just like, I made it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I gave myself a name, I gave myself a platform. Like, yeah. I felt like so accomplished.
You felt even more accomplished with like the 20k goal that you hit like at the end of the previous year, I'm guessing. Or was it like, I knew, or something like that?
It wasn't like an issue of like, I knew. I mean, part of it was like I was trending in that direction, right? But another part of it is just like, 10k, just like, it's harder to get the first 10,000 than it is to get the second, you know?
Yeah, true.
It's harder to start from 0 and build from there than it is to start at a baseline and then build from there. That's why, like, as much as like people like to like talk about like current numbers, like upward trends and stuff like that, I will never forget, like, I will try to like hold this to myself. I will never forget what it feels like to get like that first 1,000, first 100, first 10,000.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. 'Cause, like, I remember like when I was just like pumping stuff out just for the hell of it, right? Before I knew what I was doing. Granted, I still don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But, like, when I knew even less to a greater extent. But, like, damn, like I just remember like making these things when I was bored during online class. Because, well, I mean, who the hell tried during online class, right?
Yeah, true. I didn't even try as well, honestly. I literally made the fucking shit post while not having online classes, but I was like analyzing my freaking analytics for the first time ever when I had online classes instead of paying attention to them. It was funny.
But like I love everyone that like gives me the opportunity to do this. I think like that's something I will like try to not take for granted. Can be hard because there are some times where I just let my ego set in and just like let that take off. Like I'm just like, damn it, like I can't do shit. Like, like what's this? This is like something superficial. Like it won't matter in the long term. But like if you really think about it, the only reason why I started doing this is because, well, I just thought it would be fun. And who knew that like that dumb thought of like my being a 16-year-old idiot would like take off to this extent. Now I'm flying across the world to meet people that like know me.
Yeah, true. It's actually crazy. Are you going to go to COE next year, by the way?
Can you give me 5 racks? No, I'm just joking.
Donate me 5,000 on PayPal. Crazy.
yo, guys, just like you see that that thanks button on my YouTube channel, just donate 5,000. No, just joking. But
yeah.
I would love to go to COE next year. Granted, if I were to go, I would say that like that's probably like one of the last years I'm able to go because like that's when like real university shit kicks in.
Oh shit. Yeah, true. It's gonna
But
be tough.
I'm clinging on to the hope that I'm able to go in 2024 because hopefully and very hopefully, one, you would be there, and two, all my friends that live in Europe will be there that I didn't get to see last year. So I am clinging on to that hope.
I think a lot
And I
more
would love
people
to
are
meet
actually
them.
gonna go this time. Believe it or not.
I would love to meet all my friends, and then if you are my friends in this stream right
Yeah,
now,
of course.
I will hug you, even if you don't want me to.
Hey, it's a homie hug though, come on.
Yes.
Okay, so, man, can't fucking wait for COE, it's gonna be fun. I am pretty much saving every single penny that I get from ad revenue, donations, and everything for COE, so if you wanna help out me and maybe even Nerdiness as well, feel free to donate. Super thanks. Yes, just joking. That is, of course, entirely your choice, not, like, again, I'm not forcing you.
There is no obligation to.
No obligation to do so. Yeah. But next question is, what's your favorite? This comes from Rainings. That's how you pronounce it, I think. What's your favorite video that you have worked on, and why specifically that video?
All right, so
Yo, hold up.
before.
Shout out to Krape in the chat. I see Krape.
Oh, Krafe, what's up?
What's up?
But yeah, anyways. So, by far, the favorite video that I have made is, well, Taken Down.
God fucking there. Is that video?
Dude, do you know how much
Yeah, okay, yeah,
I wrote a
know.
14-page script
Jesus.
just to talk about my friend, right? And a close
now.
friend at that. Yeah. But yeah, like I obviously cut all ties with them. But like for me it's just like I was able to talk about someone that I could relate to.
Yeah.
More than just the fact that they are from the United States and so happen to be of the same nationality as me with being Filipino and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But like I could his thoughts were basically mine. Like he was just a different version of me. He's just me in a different timeline.
Yeah, true.
He's basically like the version of myself that I initially thought that I could have been. Of course, that turned out to not be the case.
Thank fucking God, though.
Thank God that, yeah.
Jesus, yeah, it's a really unfortunate. Oh my God, someone in the chat said Filipino mentioned.
Yes, I'm representing our people. Unfortunately,
Real.
I could not use the nationality advantage to be a top player, but I'll settle with this. It's pretty cool.
Let's say you use your nationality advantage to something else.
Yes.
We'll put it at that. What's your least favorite video that you've worked on so far, though? Or
my least favorite video?
Or maybe the one that disappointed you the most with the performance.
Well, it's not really performance, like that really makes me realize that a video is bad. It's for me, it's just like I just failed the idea.
Which one?
Where I would say the United States should have never won the 2022 Osaka Cup.
Oh, that one. Interesting. Why specifically?
The reason why it's like that. One, I uploaded it way too late. That's like one issue.
Okay, yeah, I noticed that because like that video was hella freaking late.
Yeah,
Uploaded.
like if I uploaded it on time, it probably would have done way better because like, yeah, that shouldn't have happened. But at the same time, it's just like I construed it in a way where it's just like I'm hating on my own country that I'm living in, right? Like that's like the narrative I carried. That is not what I intended. My goal with that video was to like say like the United States, we're at their weakest at one point.
Yeah.
They lost a match for the first time in 4 goddamn years.
Facts.
They were at their lowest. The odds were at the most against them that had ever been in a long time, and yet they still did it. Yeah, but like that's not the agenda that I pushed. I construed it in a wrong way, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I was met with like that response in the like to dislike ratio in the comments, which is
like to dislike ratio. What? Did it get hate?
It didn't get hate. It's just like common thing where everybody just thought like, wow, why are you just shitting on the U.S. for no reason? Like,
let me
this is
check
probably
real
the most
quick.
whiny video you ever made. I'm just like, yeah, I could have worded this way better. And it didn't help that it didn't help that like I was too late and I slightly rushed it.
Yeah, it was a bit of a rushed video, but also you took your time with it as well. So like,
Yeah.
it's a bit of a mix. It's a bit of a mix. Do you feel like you've improved your content over the years so far?
Improvement somewhat, yeah. Like I would say so. Like obviously I looked at like the things that I made like 2 years ago and I realized like god damn, I sounded like it was one of two things, right? I sounded like I was dealing with allergies or wanted to cry or I was just very tired. Like it's one of the three, like in my old videos.
Jesus.
I have like I think like the main change that I would say that I made through this is just like how I articulate my voice in all of these. Like that's the
Huh.
main improvement I think. Besides my editing.
I guess you sound more confident in your newer videos. I've watched one of your older videos when I was making the whole questions list for today's video, and you sound way more like quiet, or how should I say it? Less confident. That's the word. Less confident than compared to now.
Yeah, because like part of it was just like I was embarrassed to like do this because well it felt like really humiliating to like talk into a microphone
Yeah, it was
with
weird.
my parents around and with my brother around. Just like basically talking about nonsense that they had no idea what I was doing, right?
Yeah.
But like over time I started to like explain like get comfortable in my situation with this sort of thing. And whenever my parents questioned it, I'm just like, well, this is what I do. This is what I make.
Yeah.
Well, that like, yeah, this is what I make. Like, you can like, it's just something I do for fun. Like, it's nothing crazy. They're like, sure, I don't care. And yeah, now I can like, now whenever they hear me like talking really loud in my room, and they can hear me through the doors, they know what's up. That's fine.
I mean, yeah, it's fair. I mean, I kind of did the same, except like I just told them that I earned from this as well, and they were like,
Oh yeah, that's what I did too.
yeah, and they were like, "Oh shit, I fully support you." Let's just say I made a pretty big purchase recently just because of this YouTube shit. Not gonna say
Oh, yeah.
what it is. Not gonna say what it is. All I'm gonna say is that like I'm really happy with it. But yeah, actually freaking crazy that what YouTube and like people supporting you can bring you to.
Yeah, because they're just like, wait, man, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? There's no point. You don't gain anything from it. I'm just like, in 2022, I'm just like, do you want to go to Europe?
Yeah.
Instantly, they shut up. Like, nothing. They
Yeah.
didn't say anything afterwards. They just went with it, and they're cool.
Yeah, facts. What did you even buy, bro? A full set of bleach volumes? Nah, what do you mean bleach volumes? Nah, man, it wasn't it wasn't manga, man. If I told you, you wouldn't believe it. I mean, nah, you would believe it. I think I've told you, but like, I'll tell you in DMs later only. I don't want it to be public. I'll tell you as well, n3rdiness.
So you don't want it to be public.
Yeah, I don't want. Maybe I'll make it public in the future, but yeah, you'll see. Anyways, the next question. What the fuck did I want to say? Okay, is there any specific reason why? Oh wait, nah, I asked you this. Why you weren't this active this year? I asked that.
Oh yeah.
Radical Commoner 3575, interesting username. He asks, or should I say, they ask, what is your favorite Osu play of all time, and why specifically that play?
Man, how do I approach this? All right, I'll give you a few, and I'll give you different reasons for every single one, right?
Alright, sure.
First, Cookie Z Freedom Dive, 4 dimensions, HDHR. I don't need to explain that, do I?
Yeah, when you fucking see it.
I don't need to explain that.
Yeah.
But like for me, the reason why it's up there, it's because like at the time, okay, fun fact, at the time it was set, it's 820 pp, right? That is not even half of the current pp record right now.
Yeah, true.
Granted, with reworks, it has since gone up, but like the fact that play that was 7 years ago, 2016, right?
Yeah.
The fact that play from 7 years ago, can it still be hailed consistently as one of, if not the greatest scorer of all time, is incredible to me.
Yeah, hold up. Someone said, yeah, it was 800 pp on the dot at the time. It was actually
No,
insane.
I will fact check that. Do not doubt my knowledge.
Yeah, it was. I do remember. Or it was either 800 or 801. It was something
Oh,
like
no,
that.
never mind. They're right. They're right. Shit. No!
GG.
I'm a fraud.
GG.
Damn it.
Doesn't matter. Next score, next favorite score.
Next after that, geez, like afterwards. There's Vaxei Tsukinami.
Of course, the first one KPP play.
Yeah. Also don't have to explain that. There's also Eterna Ascension to Heaven.
Eternal Ascension. Okay, yeah, facts.
Because like that's just
That's
have you
just
seen that meme where
iconic, man. That's just iconic. Yeah.
or rather, I wouldn't really like lump like just that. I wouldn't like want to single out that score on its own. I would just say that entire era where they were Mrekk and Eterna were just battling for the PP record.
Facts.
Like that, like those three scores together, just ridiculous.
Facts.
And of course now because I'm a sucker for stats. Akolibed's 2 PP records.
Yeah.
His three 1.5k PP plays because like I love like outliers like that. The things that just do not make sense.
1.7k though, that was just Jesus. I didn't even believe the dude that told me in VC like that he said a 1.7k. I was like, nah, you're joking, you're trolling. Like, there's no shot that it's real.
Yeah, it's just like, do you ever look at something and you think that it's just not real?
Yeah, literally. Like, it looks blatantly cheated, but it isn't.
It looks fake.
Yeah, it's so weird, man. So
Also,
weird.
fun fact, that's the intro to my video that I'm procrastinating on.
Got it. Okay, so on the topic of favorite scores, is there any like specific like low BPM stream tech map or even a gimmick score that is like the best of all time for you? This is a question from Birch, by the way. You may know him.
Yes. Okay. So, I am biased with this, and part of it is because I simply do not know enough about gimmick.
Yeah.
Or reading stuff. Well, I mean, of course, like the Unforgiving flashlight is just insane as fuck.
Okay, come on. Yeah.
Obviously, like I have to mention that. But so I am really good friends with a German OWC player. His name is Shiox. And
Shiox, okay.
yes. And he set the first and only SS on Shotgun Symphony, which I think is really, really cool.
Oh, that freaking map. Yeah. Okay, I actually know the score.
Of course, I am biased, and I do not know much about gimmick altogether.
Yeah, that score is actually crazy. Like,
yes,
no joke.
Yeah, I think that's really cool because it's like a personal example that I can use.
Did you really just reference Bromaster L in the n3rdiness interview?
Oh my god.
Nah. Hey, shout out to Bromaster L if he wants to be on the podcast. Let me know right now and DM me, bro. Or if he's watching, who knows?
I don't even. No one knows where he's at.
Yeah, who knows, man. I really
Honestly,
gotta
that's
find
the vibe. That's the vibe I want to do. It's just like be so mysterious that no one knows what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we need to bring Bromaster L on this podcast because like there's a ton of questions we need to ask him. Like, he's literally like the first pioneer for like documentaries in the community.
Yeah.
Maybe like he popularized them. Maybe the pioneer would be Willy technically because like his videos were really good.
He was the like Willy. I would say like Willy is the pioneer.
Yeah.
Bromaster L is the one that made it mainstream.
Yeah.
And not to toot my own horn for a little second, but I was the one that like proved that it was a reliable format.
Yeah. True. Okay, so next question. Okay, now we are getting into the Mrekk questions and stuff like that. Do you think that Mrekk will be dethroned by the end of the year?
By the end of the year?
Yes, by the end of the year.
There is a chance.
Yeah.
And obviously before this past week, the answer was hell no. But
now there is a chance.
there is a chance.
There is definitely a chance.
Alright, so I need to like pull up like the OSA rankings for a second real quick. So the difference between Mrekk and Akolibed is roughly 600. A little more. But like granted, before the start of the month, that was more than like 2,000 between the two of them.
Yeah.
So in terms of like a pacing standpoint, we are definitely on pace. In fact, we are on pace for that to happen like in November.
In November? Holy.
Yeah, if Akolibed keeps on setting scores at the same rate.
Yeah, true.
So instead of taking like a side on this, I will I will argue for both sides, okay?
Yeah.
So because like that's what I like to do. That's what I like to do in my video, so I will do it right. Arguing on the side of Mrekk first, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's the elephant in the room. PP rework.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a PP rework in more than 1 year. The last one was in September 30th of last year.
I just uploaded a video on that, by the way. They recently like announced that they're working on a PP rework, more specifically towards like length bonuses.
Wasn't that debunked in like that same Reddit thread?
Nah, it's length. They are focusing on length bonuses, but not on specifically buffing aim or like buffing.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't really look into that, so I'm uneducated on that. But yeah, there's a PP rework that will probably like help Mrekk's case. Not for sure, because like obviously we don't know how it's calculated, but it will probably help his case. Second is the sustainability of Akolibed's scores.
Yeah,
just like
that as well.
It's such a like the scores that Akolibed set were of such a violent nature that like no one knows if that's sustainable or not, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no one that can actually like say like Akolibed will do that over and over and over again. But like that's just like also could be argued for Akolibed, which I will segue into now, right? His biggest argument for himself is that he did things that not even Mrekk could do as of right now.
True. That is completely
1.5k, another 1.5k, 1.7. Mrekk hasn't done that. He's the only one that has ever done that. Great. Could you argue that it's in an arguably broken PP system? Sure, but a 1.5k, a 1.7k is worth that much, no matter how you slice it.
It's even with the rework, by the way, if you know the one that buffs same, the 1.7k gets nerfed to a 1.5k. So let that sink in a bit.
Yeah, it's still broken. Like it's still
extremely broken. Yeah.
Well, not broken in the sense where it's like shouldn't exist, but it's broken. It's just like how.
It's like how. Also, speaking of which, do you think that mindset has any effect on how the player performs? Like, let's say for example, Mrekk right now, because like he's under a ton of pressure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like this is by far Mrekk's toughest test in terms of like solidifying his case as the best player of the world. Not just from a number standpoint, but this is the first time he's actually been pressured to defend himself.
Not just by Akolibed, like by the people watching him as well. Like he's literally getting pressured every single day to do something now. Because like if he doesn't do anything, he just stands there and does nothing, we might actually see him be dethroned. Which is which is an insane thought, because like 2 years of dominance just like ends like that, you know?
I mean, it would be really cool, but it's just like, for sure, Mrekk does not want to go out in silence, right? He will try to do something.
And he is trying something for sure. Like, we recently saw a 1.4k PP choke from him and a few 1.2ks, but he still kind of seems like he's getting affected by the pressure and everything, you know?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I say pressure as if spiritual pressure for fucking Bleach. Jesus Christ.
But like, yeah, like pressure for sure affects performance. That's why people like Vaxay just do not seem human, because it feels like they're unfazed by that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, if I had to like push a narrative with this sort of thing, this is Mrekk's first real test. Like all right, it's like a test. For
Hands
Mrekk.
down, his biggest test yet. Yeah.
All right, Mrekk, are you the greatest player of all time? All right, prove it right now.
Prove
Here's
it right now.
your real challenge that you've been asking for the past 2 years.
So someone will cut this part out of the podcast and make like an insane edit if Mrekk like proves that he's the GOAT. We'll see.
Actually, I've seen like those like that Osa trailer video where someone like quoted me on a video that I took and just made it sound really, really cool. Yeah. Like I really like that. Like I wouldn't mind that, so long as it doesn't construe anything in like a negative way.
Yeah, same, man. I mean, I don't know if Boshiman like edited the USA roster, but he did put me at the Vaxi part and like Vaxi.
He put me there too. I was right after you.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to see. Alright, what else do we have here? Aha! This is a question by Mini. I think you know who Mini is, right?
Yes.
Mini's bet. Okay, so the speed meta does it need a rework, or is it fine as it is right now?
I am not well versed in what the PP system should be, because honestly, I should not be one to talk about that. That is for top player discussion, the players that actually know what they're doing and know what they're talking about. If I were to say something, I would say just like buff gimmick, buff precision, please.
Yeah.
Like, why are those underweighted so
much? That's a bit hard to do though. Like
it's really hard because like the thing that I talked about in my Kalonlu's PP record video, right?
Yeah.
It's really hard to judge things more than what they quote unquote objectively seem, right?
Yeah. Because like it's easy to say, oh, just buff tech, oh, just buff this, but like try to think how the frick would you like program that, you know? It's a bit hard.
It's not just a matter of programming it, but like if you really like things like, okay, AR9 on paper seems easier than AR10, right? And on like to the naked eye, an AR6 sounds way easier than AR10, right?
But it isn't.
It is not. But the thing is, like, how are you supposed to tell the game to reward that? Because it rewards objectivity.
Wait, hold up. Malishevsky versus Vaxey is going on right now? What?
Oh, the American Master Cup, right? Honestly.
Yeah. Oh, goddamn. I guess we're gonna watch that, or maybe we're gonna miss the match. Who knows? Tell us the result. Yeah.
But if you like, the PP system is a 100% objective system, right?
Facts.
There is no subjectivity in there. It's a judgment system, and then what you get, what outputs is what you get.
Yeah.
It's not like a dance competition where it's like there is a perspective of individual judgment to rate that performance, right? No, there is an algorithm that calculates how much it's worth.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, it's to me, it's just like I can't speak on behalf of like the PP system because how are you supposed to tell the calculation that in most cases AR10 is harder than AR6, right? Yeah. But in other cases AR6 is harder than AR10. Note density and all that stuff, right?
I think we're going to have a brain fart moment if we continue, bro.
Yeah. I'm nerding out. I'm sorry.
Alright, next question, since this is related to PP and players and stuff like that. So, what is your favorite tournament series, if you have one, and why specifically that one?
Oh, the Oso World Cup.
Oso World. Okay, yeah, fair. I think we all know why.
Does it have to do because I live in the US? Because it's not.
Nah. It's just overall countries competing against each other. Yeah.
The national pride runs high.
Yeah.
So many goddamn narrative.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that's the main thing. Like why OWC is so popular and why it's.
Yeah, and also in like over the course of the last 3 years, in this year especially, you can never count anybody out.
Yeah, true. This year is gonna be interesting. Vaxi is back. Rectagon is also playing. Like,
yeah.
But then
I have my fair share of opinions on like how this year's OWC will play out.
Do you think the US will win again?
How do I answer that?
Simple yes or no.
I don't think they will lose. But there's a chance they don't win.
Okay, yeah, fair. I'm kind of on that side as well, honestly. We'll see, because there are some questions. Like, let's say, for example, the current match that is happening, Vaxi versus Malishevsky, that also may determine like how the OWC performance will be when Vaxi performs.
I disagree with that for a very simple reason.
Why? Oh wait, because of like the other teammates as well. They need to perform equally. So yeah.
Yes.
True.
I could like talk about this if you want.
Nah, no need.
Alright.
Okay, so shout out to the people subscribing. But anyways, okay, so this was a recent situation. Okay, maybe not need, but what's your thoughts on the whole Ahisa situation that recently happened?
I tried to distance myself away from this, but all I will say about that is that under the with the copyright system, he has the right to enforce whatever he wants. It is his domain, his property, and it could have been worse. Honestly,
Yeah.
it could have been way worse.
Oh yeah, it could have been way worse.
He could have made things like a literal hell for a circle.
Not just
But
circle
all he did
people.
was just like take down the video, and that's it.
Oh yeah, you mean they could have like did a lawsuit?
Yeah, there legitimately could have been a lawsuit.
Yeah, true.
That's what I don't think people can understand. Like, be grateful that Circle People is still around, because like it could have been way worse. Like
Yeah.
there could have been like a cease and desist. Like,
well,
granted, that might be a bit of an over exaggeration, but
still,
it could have gone there.
Yeah, it could
Or
have.
at the very least, it could have been threatened.
Okay, what's your overall thoughts on the? We kind of talked about a little bit about this, but yeah, what's your overall thoughts on like the toxicity in the OSU community, specifically in like, let's say Twitter and Reddit recently?
Okay, so I don't have much of an opinion on it, but I do have an opinion on where I think it comes from. So I feel like the OSU community is very guilty of this, especially because it has like a stigma where the only way to be quote unquote well known is to play this rat race of look at what I can do.
Yeah, maybe that, but also I think the reason why people hate a lot in the OSU community is that it's either one, jealousy, two, they have their own problems, so they put their frustration over others, three, they're just piece of shit humans.
Yeah, it's like okay, so the thing is like, if you like, I think where this comes from is like, if you take a look at any like OSU Discord server, right?
Yeah.
What's the main topic of conversation within them? It's usually not day-to-day life things.
Nah,
it's like score. It's like score posts and like saying like, "Oh, look at what I did." Clip posting. "Oh, look at what I did." Or like,
or also
talking about other top players. Look at what.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
did.
comparing them and stuff like
There's
that.
nothing but comparisons there. I'm just like, and like, no wonder why everybody just like wants to rip each other to shreds or themselves to shreds, because it's like you're basing everything off of skill in a video game rather than their worth as a human being. And
Yeah.
even worse, like you're treating top players as like these gods that can do nothing wrong, when in reality they're just people like you. Like
Yeah.
they're the only difference is that they're just really good at a video game. Should they be commended for it? Yes, but that should not be like the end all be all of their existence.
Also,
like they are allowed to do other things.
I would like to also mention something here which is pretty important. So this is specifically targeted towards top players and like content creators of big size and stuff like that. Think twice before you post anything. Like, even the most ironic, shitty, funny joke can actually target someone for no reason. Like,
Yes,
can
that's why
target hate. You know?
I do not do anything on Twitter for that reason.
Let's just say that I'm not going to say who. If you know, you know. If you don't, okay. I got recently in a bit of a drama with a certain top player. Not going to mention his name. We're in okay ties right now. But just know, be careful with what you post. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, thankfully I am unaware of this.
If you want to, I can tell you what it is, but yeah,
It's fine.
it's fine.
I think like honestly that's like the best way to like handle this. Where it's like, what's the best way to like deal with the OC community? Just do your own thing, cut yourself off from like
yeah,
all the mainstream
definitely.
stuff, and then just do your own thing.
Okay, so let's change the topic real quick. Let's talk about something else. So, what are your thoughts on also Lazer? And do you think like will the game get more popular if also Lazer releases anytime soon?
OC Lazer. To be honest, I barely used it,
Bruh.
so I do not have an opinion. All I will say though is that like for sure it's just like if OC Lazer does end up overtaking Stable as like the main client, just be prepared for like all those tutorial videos of like how to play and stuff, like improving.
Oh,
guides.
you goddamn know I was about to make a ton of content.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew how this. How
Not
this works.
tutorials, but like tips and tricks and stuff like that. Unknown facts, maybe.
Yeah, like there were just like that's both a good and bad thing. Like good thing, there's gonna be a content renaissance with this sort of thing.
Oh,
right?
for sure, man, for
For
sure.
sure, 100%, and I will definitely be a part of that. The problem is like for people who are aware of Osu prior, they'll definitely be like they'll already know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So there's definitely
releases, like when the game releases, updates are going to be way more interesting, since like Peppy can actually add new stuff to the game and make it fun more. So that's gonna be fun.
Yep.
Okay, so let me see what else. Okay, this is a content fuck yeah, we got a few content related questions. Like for example, do you plan to branch outside of the Osu in terms of content?
In terms of content.
Yeah, I think this was from Birch as well. But like, yeah, overall, do you plan to like maybe make videos about something else other than Osu?
Okay, so if I do, it would not be on this channel. It would not be on the n3rdiness YouTube channel.
Okay, yeah, true. I was thinking the same thing. Like, if I upload other stuff on my second channel now, so.
Well, yeah, there's like a multitude of reasons why we don't do that. One, it would just tank the numbers, and nobody wants that. And two, it's just like it doesn't belong. Like,
yeah,
with the branding that we've established, it just doesn't belong. And part of it is like a pride thing. It feels like going against our roots.
True.
But yeah, it's just if I were to do that, I would like start a completely different channel, take off from there.
Okay, so another question related to like changing up content. Do you plan on maybe making like also videos? What the fuck did it? Also videos that aren't like related to the standard game mode, maybe something like Mania, maybe Taiko, Catch the Beat, or stuff like that.
Yeah, sadly the answer for that is no, but like the reason is pretty simple. It's just I am not well versed in any of those 3 game modes at all. I do not know anything to the extent that I know standard. I do not know like basically like everything that I need to know in order to make my videos, right? I do not know like PP records, history of those. I do not know like the history of like the greatest player or like the best player. It's everything like in those 3 modes. It would feel like learning a new game altogether.
Yeah,
ultimately
true.
For like a lesser popular game mode, which at that point I'm just like,
except for Mania, because like we've seen the amount of stuff you can do with Mania since like Kibitz recently blew up a lot, which is good to see.
yeah, it's just that I would not trust my current knowledge to do
You're
that.
You're not enough educated to do stuff like that.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Okay, so another question. Okay, this is an interesting one. Not also related, but do you watch anime? And if so, what's your favorite show? Or like top 10 list?
Okay, so I did watch anime, but the problem is I've watched so little. Like I only watch like the super mainstream stuff.
Oh Jesus. I thought you
So I'm
watched
just
way
like,
more,
okay,
though.
I can't give a top 10 because I don't think I've watched enough.
At least your favorite like 3, let's say.
Okay, in no particular order, all right? Violent Evergarden, Kaguya-sama Love is War, and Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. Okay, it's like one of the let's say more common options in top 3, but it makes sense why. Even for like elitist, Attack on Titan is pretty high. So yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, I do not watch that many. I think that like the last time I watched something is like when my brother forced me to watch like the Love is War movie, because he's like, you're fucking watching this right now. You are gonna drive me to the movie theater and we can watch it together.
Wait, how old is your brother, by the way? Is he like way
He's
older?
younger. He's a year and a half younger than me.
Ah, year and a half. Okay, that's interesting. A bit closer towards your age.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Let's see. Do you have any tips for people who are starting out with YouTube?
Okay, so I will follow this up with like a counter question. It's just like, what type of content are you trying to make?
Yeah.
And my response, like their response is like, oh, I'm just gonna make gameplay content, and like my thing is just like, be careful with that, because it's like, if you are thinking that you can pass off just playing a video game as content without innovating on it, that will not work.
True.
The only
True.
thing that will work is if you are legitimately like a top 100 player, which obviously is very, very hard to do in anything.
Yeah, you can't just post gameplay and expect that it's going to randomly blow. Oh shit, we hit 14k subs. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. We hit it on stream as well.
On stream.
Based, but yeah, if you're a lower ranked player and you like want to upload stuff on YouTube, my suggestion would be like add edits, maybe funny moments, maybe god mode clips certain, and like edit them or something or somewhat original. It doesn't have to be completely original, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I would say like for that type of metaphor, it's like gameplay is like the meat of your content. Like you better add some freaking spices if you want it to like stand out.
Yeah.
Like the world of content creation is that this is your own kitchen. You better know, like you better mix things and see what works, see what doesn't, and then craft something right then and there and just go with it.
You better cook. You better cook.
Yes.
Literally. Okay, final question from the ones I have, and then we'll go towards like fans and stuff again. Wait, what? Malishevsky is about to body Vaxi?
No.
Oh my god, nah. The second time as well, man. Holy shit.
I will not make the statistics tweet yet, but
Okay.
Oh my god, he's gonna wait, no, it's over.
It's over?
It's over. He's gonna lose 7-3.
Oh my god. Wait, didn't that happen last time as well? 7-3?
7-5.
7-5, okay, yeah.
But the only difference is that that was not a tournament match. This is a show, like that was a show match, but this is like
a tournament
real,
match.
Yeah, this is a real like loss.
Jesus. Okay, and actually,
it's not. I won't say anything yet. It's double elimination. He could still win, but like Jesus Christ.
Okay, another question here that I have. Aside from YouTube, what are your overall plans for the future? Like studies, like general work, like what are you focusing on mainly?
Honestly, just like give myself like a baseline to live from. Like I'm gonna finish my degree, like probably like get a job somewhere. Don't know what yet, but like I'm definitely gonna do that, and just like focus on myself, that sort of thing. You know, just like basic stuff that like no one wants to hear. But like I think like the thing that everybody wants to hear, like the variety part, is just like what will I do in the future with content? Because like obviously I can't upload videos forever, right? Unless it somehow becomes like my legitimate full-time job, but I won't get my hopes up for that because like, well, that requires a lot, and I mean a lot of effort.
I mean,
I just cannot see myself putting in right now.
I mean, if you believe in yourself and you think that you can do it, man, anything is possible. Like BTMC proved us wrong. Even Koi Fisher is like full-time, so like it is doable.
It's just that the difference between me and him, or like me and a lot of people when it comes to this sort of thing, is that I am very risk averse, right? I do not like taking risk at all.
Oh yeah, you want to be like assured that you have like a second plan if something fails.
Yeah, like I need that safety net. Otherwise, I will not do anything.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, time to get some fan questions here. There was a mix previously, but now we have some strictly fan questions. Starting off from Terracell, who recently became a YouTube member. Shout out to Terracell. This question is gonna hit you a bit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
So, when will you come back to making original content? Every time I see his new videos, I see Mrekk in the title or in the middle of the video. He turns to talk about how dominant Mrekk is, and because of that, his content lost his charm in my eyes. Like, I want to see his passion and not an AI who's talking about a guy that plays Osu and says absurd facts about him. His video on that weird Osu map was like one of my favorite Osu content ever created, but now it feels passionless. That's directly from Terracell, by the way, not from me, so What's your thoughts
Okay.
on this whole thing?
I wonder what video was he referring to?
Yeah, I got no
It's
clue,
like-
man, as well.
So, all right, how do I respond to this? I get your opinion, right? It can be really hard for someone to talk about like the same person over and over and over again. Something, glazing that argument, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
It's just that I have a few counter responses for that. It's just like, one, do you really appreciate like how good some people can be at this game? Like, if I did this with Cookie Z, you wouldn't say the same thing. But it just so happens that I'm doing it with like a quote unquote like controversial figure that people get upset over it, right?
Yeah.
And it's something that people are sick of for good reason. One, because Mrekk has been remaining at the top for a really long time, right? And two, it's just like the lack of competition has kind of like soured everybody's opinion.
Yeah.
And like I could see their point with this sort of thing. It's just like, come on, he's so good. I have to mention him.
Yeah.
We're literally talking about someone who could be the greatest player of all time, right?
Of course, you will
3 years
talk
ago-
about it, like.
3 years ago, that discussion was impossible for anyone to picture. No way anybody thought that someone could like overthrow Cohesy's spot at the top, right?
Yeah.
Too bad. This is the world we live in now.
Facts. Okay, good response. The second question is from Kortoroki. This isn't really related a bit to you, but this is just like an overall question. Like, is it okay if a tablet player switches back to mouse?
Is it okay for a tablet player to switch back to mouse? Personally, I literally like, in the kindest way possible, I do not care how people play the game, so long as they're not like a garbage human being.
Yeah,
Like if they do cool things, like that's great. If they're just like a normal person with the community, that's fine as well. But other than that, I don't think it's like a standout thing in my eyes.
I'm gonna give
Granted, like I will, like if I were to make a video about that sort of thing, I will mention it because it's like something like extra to like really like add extra depth to the things I would talk about. But it's just not a point of concern for me.
I mean, bro, we already have like 3 examples of people like who switched from tablet to mouse and became even better. Like Arison, a secret box. Chiconi is like the well-known example out of everyone for that. Literally became the best mouse player, if not one of the best. That's the simple answer for me, honestly. So yeah, it is fine. It's totally fine. Just play with what you feel more confident with, and you think that.
Also,
you can
like
get.
if you play better with it, who cares?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Okay, another question from Zemper. What motivated both of you at the start of your career? You go first.
Oh, what motivated me to start my career? I literally had nothing else to do. The world was shut down. I couldn't do anything. Like online school was boring as hell. I had nothing else to do. So I'm just like, you know what? It's been a very long time since I made a YouTube video on my channel before, because, well, I mean, my channel is almost 10 years old, which is crazy to think. Like, and I, like, obviously, like, every single kid growing up that, like, had a dream of, like, becoming, like, a content creator or YouTuber of sorts, right?
Yeah.
You make some really, really bad videos that you eventually take down when you're, like 5 years later, right? So I'm just like, you know what? I used to enjoy doing this a lot. Let me just try it again. And then, well, fast forward, I'm here.
Yeah, it's actually crazy to think about. Like, oh, hold up. Chat said, yeah, Malishevsky officially beat Vaxi in the tournament. Vaxi is in the losers bracket now.
Yep.
Make that tweet. But yeah,
I will only do it when he's out. Okay, he could still win.
Yeah, okay, true. For me, the motivation, like, just seeing so many people support you, like, at the things you do, and you see that they're actually so happy, and the fact that you, like, for me specifically, news, for example, the fact that I help so many people get informed in the Yosu community that just don't like to, like, browse on Reddit or on Twitter or anything. That's something that keeps me going, man. Honestly, that's like the main reason why.
I do. Okay, I'm partially stupid. I thought like this question referred to like first starting out. I didn't mean like now, because like if I have to pick a driving motivation source right now, it's just like, yeah, like you said, the positive feedback. Like,
Yeah.
Granted, like when it comes to like interacting with people, I am more suited than you are, which is something that I really want to like integrate into the things that I do, because like I honestly like comparing ourselves for a second. Granted, like that shouldn't be a thing. It's just like you did a better job of like integrating, like basically like just like integrating a sense of community in the things that you do, versus me, where I'm mostly like just like telling a story that everyone knows of but hasn't seen from a different lens before, right?
Got it.
So that's where like the positive feedback comes in, where it's just like, I really like how you do this. Is a breath of fresh air of sorts, and I just really like how you like see things, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean. And it's like, I don't know, I like your content overall. I don't know how to explain it. Like, is it just like these stories overall, or anything? I don't know what to. I just like your overall content. I don't know everything about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright.
SkyTN in chat said I made him discover Osa content. Shout out to you, my guy. You're amazing. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, bro.
Hey, shout out to SkyTN. Okay, next question. We have a question from Mordy 194. What the hell? Okay, so if you were in the position of Mrekk that had no competition for 2 years straight, and now that Akolibed is getting high PP plays one after another, would you rather feel scared or motivated that you have some real competition?
So here's the thing. If I put myself into that, I would probably falter in that situation because garbage mental and stuff like that, right? But obviously, since I am not that, I would like to say, like, be favoring the side of optimism, right? I would like to think this would like ignite a flame within Mrekk to continue pushing forward, because like, well, I mean, it's partially a pride thing because he has something to defend for himself, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like everyone else would like to see that, and I'm sure both you and I would like to see that. Everyone here would like to see that, because I'm not gonna say that I will not backtrack on myself and say like Mrekk dominating everybody wasn't fun for me, but it definitely wasn't fun for anybody else that didn't really see things from a purely numbers perspective like I do.
Actually, now that I think about it, I'm gonna title the VOD of this like stream something like along the lines of, why are people complaining about Mrekk being dominant? Let's say that. Let's say something like that. Because like, it was one of the main topics in the stream as well, you know?
Why is Mrekk so good? How is Mrekk so... Yeah, it's stuff like that.
Like that's something that I'm trying to do with the VODs of this, like the podcast. I'm gonna try to make them seem like videos, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's the plan that I have. Okay, so next question. You once this is from Epic Cow, but like the epic is with a 1 instead of an I. Crazy. You once said that Mrekk setting 6 1Ks in 48 hours was alien-like. What are your thoughts on Akolibed setting 2 1.5Ks in 2 days?
I used the word alien-like back then. Now the word I will use for what Akolibed just did is inhuman.
Inhuman?
What?
Yeah.
How? Seriously? Is this a joke?
Yeah,
okay.
Genuinely.
If you make a graph of like the highest PP plays in the entire game and had every single play as a point on that graph, right?
Yeah.
The 4 points that you would put for Akolibed in the previous week would just be so astronomically high above everything else. I'm just how.
Yeah, it's like, crazy to even picture. You know what I mean?
Like,
it's ridiculous. It's literally ridiculous.
The second, the next closest play to Akolibed's PP record that is not set by himself is more than 300 away.
Yeah, genuinely, like, it's fucking ridiculous.
It's not human.
It's not human, man.
I to spoil my video again, like for a little bit, I said like there is literally no realm where this belongs right now.
Yeah, like
it is so astronomically like crazy. It should be like children should not be allowed to like see that because it should be classified as murder.
Okay, another thing. We have another question. We have like 4 more questions, and I think that's gonna be it for today's like podcast. So this comes from Azaken R. I think that's how you pronounce it. I have been playing this game for a while, 1.4k hours, but I'm still about 49k rank. I seem to be quite slow improver. It's not like that discourages me from playing. I just wonder sometimes, can someone like me make it to the top at some point? What's
Okay.
Alright, let's see.
So, how I see this, because my progression towards a lot of things is slow, right?
Yeah.
Like, yes, I have established myself as like a quote unquote OSU content creator, mainstream OSU content creator, quote unquote. Yeah. But my YouTube channel is nearly 10 years old, and it took me 9 whole years just to get 1,000 subscribers, right?
Yeah, true.
So I cannot say anything about like improvement at a video game itself, because I have never actually progressed to that standpoint. However, what I will say is just like the only reason why that is a point of emphasis is because there are a billion different things around you that are trying to make that a point of emphasis. And with like how the OC community works, with like the culture that it embodies, is just like everything is a numbers game. Everything is basically like I said, this rat race of look at what I can do. Oh, it's like, oh, you can do this, I could do this. Oh, you can do this, you can do that, I could do this.
Yeah.
It's like you think you could do this, just look at what these top players, they could do this.
Yeah.
So it's all about like objective result, right? That's anything. It's the only thing anybody cares about, right?
Yeah.
No one gives a shit about the process. So my advice to you is take pride in your process, take pride in your work ethic, right?
Be like, how should I say, be proud of the stuff you've achieved so far and look forward towards improving it, and don't compare yourself to others.
So like be like grateful that you are able to do this right now, and be grateful for where you're at right now, right?
Yeah.
But never settle for it.
Yeah,
you can always do better.
Always look for more, should we say. Yeah.
And if the going gets rough, just know that like it's okay to like take breaks. It's okay to just like reset everything,
but don't overdo it.
Yeah, and just to like, and if you really are passionate about this, don't go at it just half-assing it all the time, right? Because that is a waste of time.
Facts. Okay, you
better go 110% or go complete 0 and recover. It's one of the two.
Yeah. Okay, this is a funny question. This comes from Roberto Felix 708, and he asks, or they ask, why do you like that Mario pose so much, the one on your profile picture?
Oh. So obviously Super Mario 64 is like one of the like most popular and well-known games of all time, right? Defined an era, stuff like that. First 3D platformer, yeah. So I really liked, like, when I was younger, I really like watching those like Super Mario 64 machinima videos, specifically the blooper ones, where there's just like they use Mario 64 models to like tell a story and stuff, like just like with these like outrageous skits and stuff. So I was just like, okay, for this my YouTube channel, all right, I need some sort of branding. I'm not gonna go out of my way to like be anime profile picture number 4,000, right? So I was just like, okay, let me pick something that I actually like. I was like, okay, so I'll pick Mario, right? I was like, okay, so I went on Google and I just typed in Mario profile picture. I'm just like, I don't want it to just be like a normal like piece of art, because like a lot of people do that already. So I'm just gonna find something that like I think is really funny and stands out. So I found that face where he just looks so unamused, and I just went with it. But apparently I was made aware from Frequence that I am not the only person that has that profile picture. Apparently some French streamer has it. Yeah, I know, it's sad.
Unfortunate.
But no one knew that until I mentioned that, right?
Yeah. Okay, here is the stinger question now. If you want to answer it, sure. If you don't, we'll just move on to something else. The Utami video. I think the reasons why you privated is fairly like obvious, but like, what's your overall thoughts on the whole situation?
my thoughts on the situation is just why? Like,
Yeah, oh my god, yeah.
why?
Literally. It's getting rid. But here's another good question. Do you think that he should be forgiven at like the current state? Like, has enough time passed for people to forgive him or not?
I think with those sorts of things, like the things that he did were too severe to the point where he should not be able to come back. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, if you do something like cheat or like say something offensive or just whatever, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, there should be a repercussion, but I don't. But you should be able to be given the opportunity to come back. But with things like that, however, right? You
Yeah.
cause like legitimate harm to someone else, and in that case, it's not just like one person; it's several other people, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And regardless of the circumstances, no matter how you slice it up, it's just really, really bad. Like, for the sake, like, it's not even an issue of like, we don't like you, please never come back. It's just like, you are potentially too dangerous to come back. Please do not.
Yeah.
You are a safety threat. We cannot trust you to do this. Like, it's like, but that does not mean you should not deny him the right to live. Do not dox people because they did that. That's dumb.
That is ridiculous, honestly, like the whole situation. Also, fun fact, I got a lot of criticism for like I got a lot of criticism for making that video about him getting doxxed. But the fact is, he didn't even know that he got doxxed until my video got released. It's just the funny part.
It's just like a shitty thing altogether.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I mean, it helped him, which is ironic, but man, it's
it's
a murky subject.
It's a like, really tough subject.
It's like guys, like, I will say this so that you apply to everyone, right? You do not have to forgive everyone you meet, right? You do not have to forgive everyone you meet, and you do not have to treat everyone with the utmost respect, right? But you should not ever like ruin someone's life or deprive them of the ability to live peacefully.
Okay, a good response from SkyTN. All we can do is hope that Utami learned his mistakes and hopefully he is doing okay. Yeah. That is it. That is it, honestly. Okay, next topic. And I'm going to put this as the final topic for today. Actually, two more topics. Where were you when Mrekk reached ranked 1?
Where was I?
Yeah.
I was probably okay. So he did that at probably around 2 a.m. for him.
Yeah.
So I was probably in an online class.
Bruh.
And the only reason why I knew of this was because of Reddit, like of r/osu game, and this was at the time where I was learning about like what everything was important in the OC community, right? I was like the super basic things like who is Cookie Z, why is Freedom Dive considered the greatest score of all time, what is 727, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So I was I was in that phase of content creation. So I see like Mrekk is number 1. I'm just like, that's pretty cool. Like, there's a new number 1 player in the world, right? Of course, because I made my OSM account in 2020, right? Whitecat was already the number 1 player in the world, right?
Yeah.
I did not know at the time that he, at the time, had the most dominant reign on the number 1 rank ever, right?
Yeah.
Because I was
still relatively new.
That was the expectation that was set for me.
Yeah.
That was normal, right? Because like I made my account, right? And then the ranking was 1 Whitecat, 2 Vaxay, but he's grayed out and he's not even close. So I'm just like, okay, this is normal. Like, this guy's good. And then when Mrekk did it, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's pretty sick. So he's just gonna do the same thing, right? Ironically, that turned out to be correct, and even more so. But it's just like I didn't realize how great that was until I actually did like research behind it.
Yeah, true. I mean, honestly, it was kind of crazy when Mrekk said got number 1, but I'm gonna be real with you. I was sleeping when that happened. Like, it was like Europeans were all sleeping when that happened. I literally made a shit post about it on Twitter, called it something like European players when Mrekk got number 1, and it's literally just like a dude sleeping.
You wake up and you see the rankings, you're just like,
Oh shit!
That can't be right. There's no way.
Yeah, it was honestly crazy. Alright, so we got a final topic. The USA dominance in OWC. When will it come to an end? When do you think?
The USA dominance. Okay. So this is probably gonna be my hottest take that I will say, and it's great that we saved it for last, right?
Yeah.
But if nobody can beat the United States this year,
Probably
brace
never.
for hell.
Yeah.
Brace for hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like 2020, sure, they were expected to win, right? And well, they did, right? 2021, arguably the weakest roster they've assembled in a very long time. They still won. 2022,
Even weaker. Even weaker.
arguably even weaker, and they lost.
And then they
But,
won.
They won. I think one thing that like, and everybody's just like, okay, oh my god, why do you like say this sort of thing, right? And I'm just like, I take a little bit of pride in my OWC predictions because it's a deleted VOD now, but on stream last year I predicted like so many things correctly, right?
Yeah.
I predicted the top 4 in order: USA, South Korea,
Jesus.
Germany, Poland. I successfully predicted this is the year the United States will lose. I was correct. I said that the only way for the United States to lose a match is before the final stage. They lost in the semifinals. And I said, if the United States make it to the finals, they're going to win it all. Well,
And let's just say that happened.
that happened. Obviously, I do
Jesus.
not think all my predictions are correct to like that same extent, but I'm just saying like, if there's anything to learn about past patterns and with how it works, it's just like, one, OWC is a team game. You cannot rely on just one superstar to carry you through everything because they're 1 out of 4 players on your team. Second, it's that people underestimate how deep the team depth of the United States is. Like, they might not have the best tournament player in the world, or even like, hell, they're like, okay, besides Vaxay, a top 5 tournament player,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, by the way, hold up real quick. Shout out to Patch in the chat. That you
He's
see
here, yes.
Patch. Shout out to Patch. You know Patch, right?
Yeah, but yes.
Continue.
Yeah, people underestimate the United States team depth. I wouldn't say this is a hot take. This is like a lukewarm take, but like the United States of all time has the greatest team depth OSU has ever seen for standard, and I don't even think it's close.
Yeah, probably, probably. Like,
I mean, you've seen them at their best in 2019. They made competition not fun.
oh,
They made the best tournament in OSU not fun.
It's it's rather interesting, man.
Yeah, and then like in the new era, because obviously they didn't win anything prior to 2014 or prior to 2015. Sorry, right? Yeah, and at their worst, they're still first.
And you're like, what the hell, man?
And like for me, it's just like I live in the U.S., right? So obviously I'm happy that like a team from my own country like wins every single time. But at the same time, I double as a sports fan, right? Specifically, I'm pretty sure like I'm using the NBA as an example. Like everybody knows that like the Chicago Bulls were really good for a very, very long time, and they just won everything, even when they're at their worst. And I'm just like, I've seen this before. Like,
Yeah.
it being like,
True.
and it's one like also because like in the new era, like I my favorite NBA team is the team that keeps on winning too much, the Golden State Warriors. I'm just like, yeah, I know what it's like. Like
You
to have
know what
something
it's
that just
like.
seems, that just seems unfair, right? It just seems unfair. That becomes like the standard that people want to overthrow, but they'll just be blind to everything that's like real.
Yeah, man, true. But who knows?
I talked to Willie about this, and he told me that like the United States is absolutely winning this year.
Absolutely
doubt in his
winning this year? Oh,
Absolutely winning this year, and he has no doubt in his mind.
Jesus. Okay, we'll see about that, honestly, because like,
Yeah, that's not my words. That's Willie.
yeah, that's
But I will
Willie's
say,
words.
like, yeah, my opinion, United States at least second place.
At least second, yeah, that's for sure. Top 3 definitely, because like their team is actually insane. Though their picks this year are pretty questionable. Like Fancy Lad and Decathlon are actually not playing.
Well, Fancy Lad did not try out, so
Bruh, that's actually Interesting.
That's a huge loss.
That's actually a huge loss, man. Decathlon
'cause,
as
like,
well, like...
Yeah. Part of me is skeptical with that roster, because it's like, okay, Vaxei is no longer at the peak of his powers. He's still Vaxei, but he's not like the Vaxei.
Same with Fiery Rage, same with yeah, like...
And it's funny, like, the year that, like, they have, like, one of the best chances of losing to, like, stacked teams like South Korea, Germany, is, like, the OWC collab that they have is probably my favorite one, because I understand it. Because, like, look at chat. Loki said, Filipino who likes basketball is in your genetics. Very true.
I never understood it. What's with Filipinos and liking basketball, bro? I never understood that.
So it's pretty ironic because, like, they're the 5th smallest country in the world in terms of height, average height for men and women. And obviously it's a sport that's predominated by tall people, right? But, I don't know. It's just like...
Yeah, it's so interesting, bro. Like, I watched it. Fun fact, by the way, there is a Macedonian YouTuber who specifically makes videos for, like, NBA and stuff like that. But he makes his videos in English.
Yeah.
His name was, like, Heat Check. I remember it. Heat Check.
Oh, I've seen him. Yeah, I watched his videos.
He has the same name as me, by the way. That's all I'm gonna say.
I've had to guess, like, to throw in some Filipino lore in there. It's in contrast to, like, the United States, major North American countries, Europe, and, like, their well-developed countries.
Yeah.
The Philippines is not a well-developed country. In fact, there are more on, like, the more humble side of things. So they really can't, like, afford to, like, play expensive sports like football and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Things that, like, require a lot of equipment. So, I mean, because, like, basketball is, like, all you need is just, like, the ground and a ball.
Speaking of football, we can debate what football actually means.
No, I'm saying this in the EU perspective, okay?
EU perspective, okay.
The one that you actually use your foot. The one you are not allowed to use your hands.
Thank fucking God.
I got you. All my friends are European.
Let's fucking go.
But yes, we can't do that. We cannot do that.
Yeah.
Or, granted, I am, like, one of the lucky ones that was born in the United States, so I never had to deal with that. But yeah, they need to, like, find more modest ways to go with that. And so, I guess, like, basketball just really took off as like that, because there's a lot of United States influence in the Philippines for one reason or another, based on, like, history and stuff.
Yeah.
But also it's because, like,
it's like,
I don't know. It's just
you just need a ball of your basket. You
just need a ball and like the ground and, like, a basket. That's it. That's literally it.
Yeah, that's it. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it. Honestly, we went through almost every single question. Almost 2.5 hours of quality talk. We debated a lot of stuff, a lot of interesting topics. That's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching the first ever episode of the B-Talk podcast. We'll see Nerdiness in future episodes as well. Do not worry. We will feature him and other guests as well. Stay tuned. Hopefully the next guest will be here on Sunday. If not, we'll have to improvise. And also, another thing that I failed to mention in the podcast, I tried to get Akolibed for the second episode, but unfortunately he denied because he apparently doesn't like interviews and podcasts. So, quite unfortunate, but yeah. However, the second guest, hopefully, if it happens, it's going to be interesting. So, stay tuned. This episode will also be uploaded on SoundCloud and maybe Spotify if I manage to do it. Maybe you'll go to the gym and listen to some Musu stuff, who fucking knows. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, bros. See you in the next episode next Sunday. Bye bye.
Yeah, guys, follow our stuff.
Follow our stuff. Yeah. Follow our stuff. I forgot, Jesus. Okay, follow our stuff. Bye bye.
See you guys. Peace.
Peace.